of transfer of ideas and freedom of business. And if we don't have freedom in this country, then we don't have businesses. So I feel like it's my moral obligation as a founder of a company that's brought business partners into this movement to stand up and be wise about how I share things. You know, I'm really careful how I show up on social media. You'll never see me get political. You'll never see me hate on this side or that side. I think that there's so much division happening right now. And I know for a fact that America is not as divided as the media portrays, that this country is actually patriotic in her veins. It's who we really are. Even though I don't watch the news, so you know, it's like there's just so much toxicity. But I want to just share a couple basic things that I think are going to help you guys, because we as Americans have to understand what our freedoms are, right? What we don't know, we can't protect. And so here's the hierarchy of government. This is not a political conversation. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care if you're vax or not vax. I don't care if you're left or right. I don't care if you're black or white. None of that matters. What matters right now is that we all unify as freedom American patriots. That's what matters. And I would encourage you guys as rebels, anytime you show up, keep your conversation edifying. We're not here to be divided. We have to be united. We stand as Americans and as patriots. And so let me share the hierarchy of government. God created man. Man created societies. Societies created government. And at the very bottom of the totem pole is the President of the United States. And the job of the government is to secure the rights of the people. And when they are overreaching, it's unlawful. We have inalienable rights that have been given to us by God. The Constitution doesn't give us our rights. The presidents don't give us our rights. God gave us our rights, and our president's job is to protect those rights. We have the right to choose what goes into our body or doesn't go into our body. We have the right to choose how we build our business, who we hire, what kind of products we want to launch. And our job right now, I want to encourage you guys to start studying the Constitution. I know there's Hillsdale College, which is free. You can go and learn about the Constitution. But the Constitution was created to secure and support the inalienable rights of the people. And we have liberties that are secured, not because the president says so or because the Constitution even says so, but because God gave us those rights. And we created the president's job as human beings. He doesn't get to tell the creator what to do. And I say that from a place of humility. If we don't resist what's happening right now, we will lose America. And if we continue to give over to unlawful mandates, we will be Australia, we will be Venezuela, and I know if you look at the history, we have choices to make right now in protecting our own freedoms and the freedoms of our neighbor. If everybody does that, then we would not be in the situation. And I'm telling you, the government will not stop at this mandate or that mandate. They want everything. If you look at what's happening in other countries, they want your land, they want your business, they want your bank accounts, they want your children. And that sounds scary, and I know that. But this is the truth of it. We know in Australia, I have friends who were traveling back and forth from Australia, and families are at risk of losing their children. I want you guys to hear me here that we have a responsibility as Americans to uphold the Constitution, to not give in to unlawful mandates, and to peacefully not comply. There was a mandate that came out yesterday upon my employees, and if I don't do that, they're going to enforce these fines. And so I want you guys to hear me that if everybody stands up together and does what so many people are doing, which is peaceful non-compliance. And I did a podcast on this so that you know what that looks like practically. We need to put our dollars into local economies. The future of freedom is local. So farmers markets, support your local farmers. Build parallel systems. Start your own schools. Moms, get together and build a school. Get together and build your own food communities. We have the power, and we are more powerful than they are. That's the reality. So, I was really, do I share this? But I have to. We have to do this together. So write this one website down, noncompliantmovie.com. She talks practically. So constitutional attorney Chrisanne Hall did an interview with me, but she has been traveling around the country for 11 years just teaching on the Constitution. And she talks about the sheriff and the local government is actually the one that holds the supreme governmental power above even the president. When you see the sheriff saying, hey, you can't come into my town and enforce these things on my town. So we have to get involved in our local government, in our local communities. And we, the people, have to stand firm on the freedoms that we've been given. It's a gift given to us by God. The Bible talks about submitting to your governing authorities. The governing authority in this country is the Constitution. It's not the President of the United States. And so this is something that I'm not I'm not going to be on social media really because I think it doesn't always feel. I will always be loving. I will always be, if I ever talk about freedom, it's always going to be from that place of, guys, we've got to do this together. This isn't about, again, who you voted for. It doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on. We are Americans. We all have the same Constitution, and there has to be a great awakening to save this country. Okay, so let's commit to learning, because there's knowledge and power. There's power in knowledge. And my people perish for lack of knowledge. And so get the knowledge on what your rights are and how the Constitution works. And it starts with noncompliantmovie.com. Guys, this has been amazing. This event, I think, has probably been the best event I've ever attended just because of you. And I want to honor our team as well.